During decades of practice as a wellness specialist, I've watched countless people over 60 struggle with something that should be simple: climbing stairs. The medical community has led us to believe that losing the ability to navigate stairs easily is just another inevitable part of aging. But research from leading rehabilitation centers shows us something entirely different. Your body possesses remarkable adaptability, even after 60. And with the right targeted movements, you can not only maintain, but actually improve your stair climbing ability. Today, I want to share with you the 5 specific exercises that physical therapists and movement specialists have identified as the most effective for restoring confident stair navigation. These aren't random movements pulled from a fitness magazine. Each exercise targets the precise muscle groups, movement patterns, and coordination systems your body needs to climb stairs safely and efficiently. What makes these exercises particularly powerful is that they address the 3 main reasons people struggle with stairs after 60: muscle weakness in key areas, balance instability, and coordination breakdown between different muscle groups. The stair climbing challenge that develops after 60 isn't simply about getting older. It's about specific changes happening in your body that can be directly addressed. Your quadriceps muscles, which are the large muscles at the front of your thighs, begin losing strength at a rate of about 3% per year after age 30, accelerating after 60. These muscles are crucial for lifting your body weight up each step. Simultaneously, your glute muscles, particularly the gluteus medius, which stabilizes your pelvis, start weakening from prolonged sitting and reduced activity. This creates a cascade effect where your body begins compensating with smaller, less efficient muscle groups. The balance component becomes compromised because the small stabilizing muscles around your ankles and the proprioceptive sensors in your feet become less responsive. Proprioception is your body's ability to sense where you are in space, and when this system weakens, each step becomes less certain, less controlled. Your brain begins to perceive stairs as a threat rather than a simple movement pattern, leading to hesitation, tension, and increased fall risk. Coordination breakdown occurs when the timing between different muscle groups becomes disrupted. Normally, climbing stairs requires seamless coordination between your core muscles, hip flexors, quadriceps, calves, and the small stabilizing muscles throughout your legs. When this coordination falters, you might notice that you need to pull yourself up using the handrail, or that you feel unsteady when carrying items upstairs. The beautiful aspect of understanding these specific challenges is that each one can be systematically addressed through targeted exercise. The 5 movements I'm about to share with you have been refined through years of clinical practice and research. They don't require expensive equipment or gym memberships. What they do require is consistency and proper execution. The first exercise is the step-up progression, but not the basic step-up you might imagine. This version specifically targets the exact movement pattern and muscle activation sequence needed for stair climbing. You'll start with a low, stable surface about 6 to 8 inches high, a sturdy step stool, the bottom step of actual stairs, or even a thick book can work. The key is ensuring the surface won't move or slide. Stand facing your step with your feet hip-width apart. Place your entire right foot on the step, making sure your heel is completely supported, not hanging off the back edge. This foot placement is crucial because it engages your posterior chain muscles properly. Now, instead of pushing off with your left foot or using momentum, focus on pressing down through your right heel and lifting your body using only the strength of your right leg. The sensation should be similar to standing up from a chair using one leg. As you rise up, your left foot should barely touch the step before you slowly lower yourself back down, again controlling the movement entirely with your right leg. The lowering phase is actually more important than the lifting phase for building the specific strength needed for stair descent, which is often where people experience the most difficulty and fear. Perform 8 to 10 repetitions with your right leg, then switch to your left leg. The movement should feel challenging by the last few repetitions, but you should maintain perfect control throughout. If this feels too easy, progress to a higher step, but never sacrifice control for height. If it feels too difficult, lower the step height or hold onto a wall for minimal support, gradually reducing the assistance as you build strength. The second exercise addresses the glute strength and hip stability that's essential for stair climbing confidence. This movement is called the lateral step down, and it specifically targets the gluteus medius muscle that keeps your pelvis stable when you're standing on one leg during each step of stair climbing. You'll use the same step or surface from the first exercise, but now you'll stand sideways to it. Place your right foot entirely on the step, with your left foot hanging off the edge. The key positioning detail is that your right hip should be directly over your right foot, not shifted inward toward the step. From this position, slowly lower your left foot toward the ground by bending your right knee and pushing your hips back slightly, as if you're beginning to sit in a chair. The critical element here is keeping your pelvis level. Many people allow their left hip to drop significantly lower than their right hip, which defeats the purpose of the exercise. Your pelvis should remain as horizontal as possible throughout the movement. Lower until your left foot just touches the ground with minimal weight, then press through your right heel to return to the starting position. You should feel this exercise primarily in your right glute and the outer part of your right thigh. If you feel it mainly in your quadriceps, adjust your technique by pushing your hips back more and keeping your shin more vertical. Complete 8 to 12 repetitions on each leg. This exercise is particularly beneficial because it strengthens your glutes in the exact way they need to work during stair climbing while simultaneously improving your single leg balance and control. The third exercise focuses on the often overlooked calf and ankle strength that provides the final push-off power in each step. This movement is called the single leg calf raise progression, and it develops both strength and stability in your lower legs while improving the proprioception in your feet. Stand near a wall or sturdy surface that you can touch lightly for balance if needed. Begin with both feet flat on the ground, then lift your left foot slightly off the ground, either by bending your knee or placing it lightly behind your right ankle. The goal is to have all your weight on your right foot. From this single leg stance, slowly rise up onto the ball of your right foot, lifting your heel as high as comfortable. Hold this position for 2 seconds, focusing on maintaining your balance and feeling the muscles in your calf, around your ankle, and in your foot working to keep you stable. Then slowly lower your heel back to the ground with control. The balance challenge is just as important as the strength component in this exercise. If you find yourself grabbing the wall or wobbling significantly, don't worry. This indicates that your proprioceptive system needs strengthening, which is exactly what this exercise provides. Start with lighter touches to the wall and gradually reduce the assistance as your balance improves. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions on each foot. As you progress, you can make this more challenging by closing your eyes for brief periods during the hold phase, which further enhances your proprioceptive training. The fourth exercise targets your hip flexors and core coordination, two systems that work together to lift your leg up to the next step while maintaining your balance and posture. This movement is called the standing marching progression. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, maintaining good posture with your shoulders back and your core gently engaged. Begin by lifting your right knee up toward your chest, aiming to bring your thigh to at least parallel with the ground, as if you're taking an exaggerated step up a very high step. The key aspects of this exercise are the control and the height of the lift. Lift your knee slowly, taking about 2 seconds to reach the top position. Hold for 1 second, then lower slowly over another 2 seconds. Your standing leg should remain strong and stable, with no shifting or wobbling. Your torso should stay upright and centered over your supporting leg. As you lift your knee, you should feel your hip flexor muscles working hard to lift your leg, while your core muscles engage to keep you balanced and upright. Your glute on the standing leg should also be working to maintain stability. Perform 10 repetitions with each leg, focusing on the quality of movement rather than speed. This exercise directly translates to the leg lifting component of stair climbing, while building the core strength and single leg stability that keeps you confident and balanced on each step. The fifth and final exercise brings together all the elements of stair climbing in a controlled, progressive way. This movement is called the phantom stair climb, and it allows you to practice the complete stair climbing movement pattern while building strength, coordination, and confidence. Stand in front of a wall, about arm's length away, so you can lightly touch the wall for balance if needed. Begin by lifting your right knee up, as in the marching exercise, bringing your thigh parallel to the ground. From this position, step forward and place your right foot down as if you're stepping onto a stair that's at ground level. As you place your right foot down, shift your weight onto it completely and lift your left knee up to the same height your right knee was just at. Then step forward with your left foot, shift your weight to it, and lift your right knee again. You're essentially marching in place, but with the high knee lifts and forward stepping motion that mimics stair climbing. The rhythm should be deliberate and controlled. Lift the knee high, step forward, shift weight completely to the stepping leg, lift the other knee high, step forward, and repeat. This exercise integrates the strength from the step-ups, the stability from the lateral step-downs, the ankle strength from the calf raises, and the coordination from the marching exercise into one fluid movement pattern. Continue this phantom stair climbing for 30 to 60 seconds, or until you feel moderately challenged. The beauty of this exercise is that it trains your neuromuscular system to coordinate all the elements of stair climbing without the risk of actually being on stairs while you're building strength and confidence. These 5 exercises work synergistically to address every aspect of stair climbing difficulty that develops after 60. The step-ups build the primary lifting strength in your quadriceps and glutes. The lateral step-downs strengthen the stabilizing muscles that keep you balanced and confident. The single-leg calf raises develop the push-off power and proprioceptive awareness needed for safe foot placement. The standing marches train your hip flexors and core to lift your legs efficiently while maintaining balance. The phantom stair climb integrates all these elements into the complete movement pattern. Research from rehabilitation specialists shows that when these exercises are performed consistently, most people begin noticing improvements in their stair climbing confidence within 2 to 3 weeks. The strength gains continue building for 8 to 12 weeks, at which point many people find that stairs feel easier than they have in years. The progression principle is essential for continued improvement. Start with the basic versions of each exercise, focusing on perfect technique and control. As the movements become easier, you can increase the challenge by adding repetitions, increasing the step height for the step-ups and lateral step-downs, performing the calf raises on an unstable surface like a pillow, or adding arm movements to the marching and phantom stair climbing exercises. Safety considerations are paramount, especially when beginning any new exercise routine. Always ensure you have a stable surface to hold on to if needed, particularly during the balance-challenging exercises. If you experience any pain during these movements, stop immediately and consult with a healthcare provider. The exercises should feel challenging to your muscles, but never painful to your joints. I've witnessed remarkable transformations in people who commit to these 5 exercises. Margaret, a 68-year-old client, had become so fearful of stairs that she was considering moving to a single-story home. After 6 weeks of consistent practice with these exercises, she was not only climbing stairs confidently, but had returned to hiking on trails with her grandchildren. Robert, 72, had been using both handrails and taking stairs one at a time for over a year before starting this routine. Within 2 months, he was carrying laundry baskets upstairs and had regained the confidence to use stairs normally in all situations. The key to success with any exercise routine, particularly for functional goals like stair climbing, is consistency rather than intensity. Performing these 5 exercises 3 times per week is far more beneficial than doing them intensely once per week or sporadically. Each session should take about 15 to 20 minutes, making this a manageable addition to any routine. Understanding why these exercises work helps reinforce their importance. Stair climbing is one of the most demanding activities of daily living, requiring approximately 3 to 4 times your body weight of force production from your leg muscles. It demands coordination, balance, strength, and confidence working together seamlessly. By training each component systematically and then integrating them through the phantom stair climb, you're rebuilding the complete system rather than just addressing one aspect. The confidence factor cannot be understated. Fear of falling or losing balance on stairs often becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, as tension and hesitation actually increase fall risk. As these exercises build your physical capabilities, they simultaneously rebuild your confidence in your body's ability to handle stairs safely and efficiently. Beyond the immediate benefit of easier stair navigation, these exercises provide broader health benefits. The strength gains translate to improved performance in many daily activities, like getting up from chairs, walking on uneven surfaces, and maintaining balance in crowded or challenging environments. The single-leg stability training reduces overall fall risk, not just on stairs. The coordination training helps maintain the brain-body connection that's crucial for healthy aging. The beauty of this approach is that it respects both the realities of aging and the remarkable adaptability that remains available to us throughout life. Rather than accepting limitation as inevitable, these 5 exercises provide a clear, systematic path back to confident stair climbing. Your body wants to move well, and given the right stimulation and progression, it can regain capabilities that may have been dormant but never truly lost. Remember that consistency trumps perfection. Start where you are, use the modifications as needed, and trust the process. Every repetition is an investment in your mobility, independence, and confidence. Stairs don't have to become barriers in your life. With these 5 targeted exercises, they can return to being simply another part of your environment that you navigate with ease and confidence.